Kansas City twice. 2 games in which they scored a dozen runs in each game, so they're rather hot. They're going after their 3rd straight win. Their longest winning streak of the year is 4, as Felipe Lopez fouls the first pitch off to the right and out of play. And that's fouled back. 63 degrees. The roof has been closed for about an hour as a little bit of a front moved in. But it's a rather lovely evening for a ball game here. It certainly is with the roof closed. One and two. Washburn a couple of days ago could hardly walk. His back had stiffened up on him, grabbed him so much. And he misses with that sinking fastball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a fly ball to center field, and easy play out there for Mr. Gutierrez. 1 down. And Stephen Drew will be the hitter. The Diamondbacks, their new manager A.J. Hinch taking over on May the 7th from Bob Melvin. And they are 17-22 since A.J., he's only 35 years of age, took over, moved down from the front office, never managed at any level in professional baseball. That's fouled away, back and out of play, but came down, took over as a skipper, and that's unusual in itself, not to have any experience whatsoever, Mike.
It's very unusual, and again, another catcher that becomes a manager. A.J. Hinch, a catcher in the big leagues with the Oakland A's and a teammate of mine at one point. But yeah, very unusual to come out of the front office when you haven't had experience. We've seen people do that before, but typically they've managed at some point in their career. But A.J., as you mentioned, young, 35-year-old, getting a chance to manage.
Got right in on the hands of Stephen Drew, and an easy play for Ichiro. So 2 down. A.J. Hinch went to Stanford, so he got some smarts. There's little doubt about that. And Hinch, several big league ball clubs, a cup of coffee with most of them, with the A's, with Kansas City, with Detroit, and also with the Phillies. I guess he was your teammate with Oakland?
Yes, teammate of mine in Oakland. That's when he was really young at that point, just breaking in.
Upton, Justin Upton takes down low, ball 1 ball and no strikes. He's the oldest of the 2 Upton boys. Of course, the other one, BJ, the outstanding outfielder with the Tampa Bay Rays. Justin's only 21. BJ's 25. Swing and a miss, good sinking. And at least in the early going, Washburn has come out very sharp. Two. And it's going to be a foul ball. Beltre able to field it. Upton, who can really pick him up, land down, was already past the bag at first base. He'll just make a U-turn and come back to the batter's box. The Mariners 8-7 in June, and trying to get on a little bit of a run here before they go back on the road, and it will be quite a road trip. Playing the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Red Sox, so they'll get to be playing the big boys after this homestand. 2-2 pitch. A little low. The man calling balls and strikes is Andy Fletcher. And that fastball is fouled away. Washburn, as well as he has pitched, his last win almost 2 months ago, April the 21st, when he beat Tampa Bay here 4-2. And he's pitched very well. And that's fouled away. Again, same old story. He just hasn't got that much support.
He's pitched well, and he's gotten to a point where he's been able to eat up some innings at times for the guys. The bullpen certainly can use that. They've had to pitch quite a bit. I think the couple extra days that Jared was able to get because of his back has helped his fastball. He's thrown a couple fastballs at 91 miles an hour so far.
And a line drive right to second baseman Chris Woodward. He's been away from the show for a couple of years. He's back in the big leagues and gets a ball hit right to him. So here in the first, 1-2-3. The story, to the bottom of the first, there is no score. Northwest. Let's look at the Mariners lineup, Michael.
Okay, thank you, Dave. For the Mariners tonight, it'll be Ichiro, Branyan, Beltre, Sweeney getting the start. He's the DH hitting fourth. Gutierrez move up to 5. 3 home runs down in San Diego. Then it's Chavez, Woodward, Johnson, and Betancourt hitting 9th. Take a look at Garland's season so far. Struggling to get some wins, just 4 on the season. Pretty high ERA, almost 5.5.
So there he is, John Garland, suffering through the longest losing streak of his career. 5 consecutive games. And Ichiro back home taking his strike right at the knees. 0-1 the count. A 6.67 ERA with a 297 opponent's batting average against in that 5-game losing streak. And the count is even now at a ball and a strike. The Mariners 32-34. The Diamondbacks 29-38. And a line drive base hit to left. That's number 90 on the year for Ichiro. And this is game 67.
Take a look at Ichiro. Garland has a good 2-seam fastball running it away from him, and he just serves it into left field. Seen a lot of that this year, as Dave mentioned, 90 hits. Take a look at the defense behind Garland's tonight. It's Burns, Parr, and Upton in the outfield. Across the infield, it'll be Reynolds, Drew, Roberts, Tony Clark, the veteran, over at first base. And doing the catching tonight will be Montero.
Russell Branyan back in the lineup after missing yesterday afternoon, attending the funeral of his grandfather in Georgia, and arrived only about 2.5 hours ago. And came directly to the ballpark, jumped in uniform, and here he is back in the lineup tonight. Yesterday afternoon, Mike Carp making his big league debut, and it was quite impressive.
Did it with his first major league hit.
Garland is quite a deliberate worker with men on base. He'll fiddle faddle out there for a while. Tony Clark just coming back off the disabled list, back over there at first base. One of the real great guys in the game of baseball. And that's too high. Ball 2-0. The Diamondbacks have been kind of a mess since last year. As a matter of fact, in November of last year, they fired 31 people in the front office. And they didn't re-sign Randy Johnson, who wanted to stay down there. Instead, Randy became a free agent, signed with the Giants. So Randy didn't get a chance to win his 300th in a Diamondbacks uniform. And a foul at the plate, 2-1. And when he goes into the Hall of Fame, I know there are most of us that would love to see him go in with an S on his cap. But if you want to be realistic about it, he won 4 Cy Young Awards with the Diamondbacks, and it'll probably be Arizona.
I would think that's the direction that he would lean in.
Although he doesn't have a choice. The Hall of Fame makes that decision these days.
You don't think that he can influence their decision at all?
I would imagine he tried to. But that changed about. Well, I'll tell you when I think it changed, when Dave Winfield went in as a Padre, and they thought he should have gone in as a Yankee because I think he signed with Padres as the vice president or something. I don't know if there's anything to it or not.
Yeah, we just saw Dave Winfield yesterday at the ball game in San Diego.
The Mariners have been playing good baseball. They've won 5 of their last 6 series. Only series they've lost, of course, that one in Colorado. In Colorado, they had the string stop, but they keep winning series. They won the last series. That pitch is hit to right field, but a lot of top hand in it, and it'll drop right into the glove of Justin Upton out there in right field. A lot of sink to that drive off the bat. So 1 out, and Adrian Beltre will be the hitter. Colorado 15-5 under Jim Tracy. That's unbelievable.
Just turned things around quickly. They were playing some good baseball when the Mariners were in Colorado.
Here's Beltre. On 1.
Cracker Jacks, kettle corn, red vine.
Kettle corn.
You like it? Yeah, I like it. I'll take some Cracker Jacks.
Nice slider that time. From Garland, as you can see, Garland does take a lot of time.
Takes a lot of time. Well located slider right at the bottom of the strike zone on the outside corner.
Decent gap out there between Gerardo Parra, the center fielder, and Eric Burns, the left fielder. And a sinker that time down low. Running down toward the first base umpire Ted Barrett. And a ground ball toward the hole. That's through on the left side toward base hit. Ichiro will go to second base and pull up there. That's a bat for Adrian Beltre. And the Mariners got a little something brewing here in the first inning.
Looked like another slider to Adrian. He stays on it, hits it in the hole. Garland left that one in the middle of the plate. The previous pitch was well located. That one was a mistake, and Adrian ends up getting a base hit because of it.
Well, Ken Griffey Jr. had been playing 5 consecutive games, both offense and defense, and they wanted to give his legs a rest tonight. And so he's getting a respite, and Mike Sweeney is taking his place. And one of the reasons Mike Sweeney, the right-handed batter, is hitting against John Garland is because Sweeney has hit 5 home runs against John Garland. And that's down low and outside. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Diamondbacks looking for a double play ball here. And that's down low. And good job there by Sweeney, because that's exactly what he wants you to do, is go after that ball low, get it on the ground, and hit it to his second base and make him bring the ball up.
You have to do that with Garland. Good two-seam fastball. He's not overpowering. You can see his fastball's around 90, 91 miles an hour, which is about average these days, but he'll try to sink it and make you hit it on the ground. So you really have to try to get the ball up in the zone, and that's probably what Sweeney has done. That's why he's hit 5 home runs off.
And a breaking ball for a strike. The throw goes to second base. Double steal is pulled off by Ichiro Beltre. Number 12 for Ichiro. Number 9 for Beltre.
Take a look at it. Adrian, big lead. They decided to go to second base and just bounced it down there. It's one of the reasons why Garland takes so much time and throws over. He's not very fast to the plate. I'm sure the Mariners will continue to take advantage of that if they get some guys that can run on the bases.
And a count 2-1 on Mike now. Good sinker.
One out, the Diamondbacks are going to play their infield back, so if Mike can hit a ground ball up the middle somewhere and get a run out of it.
To second base, and an underhand toss to second, and they don't get the runner at second base, Adrian Beltre, who barely gets back, sprawled right on top of the bag. Have a look at this from our Coors Light Freeze cam, and here's exactly what happened. Underhand toss, Beltre is back, reaching for the bag, barely is back. As Ryan Roberts took that line drive off the bat of Mike Sweeney. Now the Mariners, of course, can't score on an out. And Franklin Gutierrez, who had himself a heck of an afternoon yesterday. 2 home runs. Now with a half a dozen. Looking for a base hit here. Strike on the outside corner. The knees. Nice pitch. Good fastball right at the knees.
Reason why that was such a close play at second base with Beltre, because he always gets such a good secondary lead. He typically will score on a base hit. Some guys, they're not very aggressive on their leads, but Adrian does a really nice job of that.
Slide it well outside. Time called by Franklin. And that's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diamondbacks still working on getting their spring training site back into the valley instead of down in Tucson, but it won't be next year. They don't have a place to play up in the valley. They are still down in Tucson. They and the Cleveland Indians. Well, Cleveland, they and the Rockies, I should say. Cleveland's in Goodyear next year. Swing and a miss. So Franklin Gutierrez down on strikes, and the double steal does not pay off. They leave 2 in scoring position. We go to the second with no score. What do you know about high? Then the center fielder, Gerardo Parra, will be the hitter. And then Tony Clark, the first baseman. Mark Reynolds, the home run man for the Diamondbacks, has hit 18 of them. 1-1. They 2 strikes.
Mark Reynolds has also struck out 95 times already this year.
Vinny. 1 down. And with 1 down, a reminder that in this evening's game we are participating in the home run challenge. Every home run in this game raises $18,000 for prostate cancer research. And you can make a pledge by calling 800-798-CURE 2873. Gerardo Parra, the center fielder, a fly ball into fairly deep left center field, but plenty of time for Mr. Gutierrez. Don't forget the Ken Griffey Jr. T-shirt night set for tomorrow. That's when the Mariners and these Diamondbacks will continue their series. First 15,000 fans taking home a T-shirt featuring the future Hall of Famer. Thanks to Trader Joe's, and for tickets, you can visit Mariners.com. Big Tony Clark steps up to the plate. Switch hitter. Ball one ball and no strikes. Activated from the DL today after missing 41 games with a right hand ligament sprain. No good to have Rob Johnson back behind the plate after a terrible tragedy in his family. His mother-in-law losing her life in an automobile accident in Houston. Jose Lopez, of course, by his sister's side, very ill with cancer in Venezuela. And first baseman Russell Branyan just getting back today from his grandfather's funeral. It has not been a very happy 3 or 4 days around the Mariner clubhouse. Our thoughts are with everybody, our prayers. I think sometimes we forget the human side of the game. And he walked in, lost him with a high fastball. D-backs have their first runner. And Eric Burns will be the hitter. Used to say that Eric Burns plays the game like his hair's on fire. Good hustle. Strike.
So far, watching Washburn, talking about the back injury that he had, he looks pretty good tonight. Looks like he's throwing free and easy and not having too many problems out there. Would love to get 7 innings out of him if he could tonight. Give the bullpen a little bit of a break.
Bullpen's kind of a mess right now. Yesterday, Jakubowskis, Corcoran, Harklow, Sean White, Miguel Batista all used. And that's going to come back our way into the stands. To right field, and Ichiro will have to play it on a high. Diamondbacks have their first hit.
Ball wasn't hit hard. You can see Ichiro out in right field. Just a little flare out into right. No chance to make a play on it. Clark doesn't run well. The veteran first baseman, he ends up having to stay at second. So with 2 outs, the Diamondbacks have a little bit of action going here.
And this is the catcher, Miguel Montero. Hitting .243. 2 on, 2 out. And the breaking ball well outside. And a broken bat, line drive right to Uni. So Betancourt takes care of that. Hit 2 left, and as we go to the bottom half of inning number 2, the Mariners and the Diamondbacks no score.
To you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
With Mike Blowers on Dave Niehaus, and nice to see the youngsters out here. I'm sure a lot of those folks and those kids got the bobblehead tonight, the Brandon Morrow bobblehead as they came through the gates. And Andy Chavez will lead it off here in the second inning for the Mariners.
Most of those kids are out for summer vacation now.
That's right. School's out.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think my grandkids get out of school today. And the youngest is already over at Grandma's house staying with me tonight. And happy to have her. Audrey. There's a beautiful butt picked up by Montero, and he fires him out of there. Nice play by Miguel Montero.
This is a great play by Montero. Chavez, you can't lay it down much better than this. Montero comes out. Look how quickly he turns and just fires a strike over to first base and barely gets Chavez. Nice play. Any hesitation or bobble at all, or even if the throw's a little bit wide, no chance to get Chavez.
Well, there's Chris Woodward, who's been persistent at playing baseball. He's worked himself back to the major leagues, taking a strike on the inside corner. With Tacoma hitting .299 with a home run, 15 RBIs. He's played for Toronto, the Mets, the Braves, 607 games in the big leagues, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. On to the count. 9th season in the big leagues. Parts thereof. One and two. And a line drive base hit. Welcome back to the show, Chris. He'll round first and try to make it two. No, he won't. He'll turn around and go back to first after a wide turn. I thought surely he was going to try. He would have been out by 10 feet.
A solid base hit for Woodward. Take a look at it. Hits it up the middle. and makes a huge turn at first base. I like it. What he's doing is he's just making the outfielder make a play. Make him throw the ball. You can always stop and get back. And that's exactly what he does. See that it's going to be on line and be able to get back to first easily.
And welcome back to Rob Johnson, too. Here he is. Ball and no strikes to count. Wow. I like the National League game. It's kind of nice to look on your scorecard and look at the number 9 hitter and see he's not a pitcher.
It was nice to watch for a couple of days, but I'm happy to be back in the American League with the DH over here back home.
2-0.
It's definitely one of the things that you would think would be an advantage to the American League clubs. Obviously, the Diamondbacks don't have anybody signed to be their designated hitter because they don't have one in their league, but they usually use a utility guy or something like that to fill in.
In terms of the draft being over now the hard work comes. All these clubs having to sign their picks, and it's not like it used to be. You have to sign your picks by August the 17th, or they go back and they're picked next year. And that's down low and outside. So Rob Johnson, a base on balls. Yuniesky Betancourt. Boy, has he had his success against John Garland. 9 for 20, 450 hit. So for the second inning in a row, the Mariners have 2 on with 1 down. Last time they pulled off the double steal and it worked and still couldn't score. And that's a strike on the outside corner. The Mariners with Lee Tinsley at third base tonight. Ty Van Berkeley is over at first. And Ben Hines, and we understand, has flu-like symptoms and is just flat ill. Bruce Hines is flat ill tonight. Ben, his daddy, was a coach here too. So Bruce, hope you're feeling better and back out on the lines tomorrow night.
The second baseman Roberts trying to keep Woodward close over towards second base. There's a pretty good sized hole on the right side, and so far Garland, the first couple pitches have been away from Betancourt. If he can slap one over to the right side, get an easy base hit on a ground ball through the right side, score a run.
Inside and low. Ball 1. Broken bat, 1 hopper. Hits the shortstop. There's 1. And a relay back to first. Not quite in time to get Betancourt. So Woodward moves on over to third base.
Breaks Betancourt's bat. Take a look at it. See Drew with the throw to second base a little bit wide, and then Johnson goes and dumps Roberts. Puts him right on his wallet. You can see Betancourt always runs hard, beats that one out.
So Ichiro, who had that base hit to left field in the first, if he did the same thing here, would give the Mariners a lead. And a ground ball to second base. That got by Roberts, and he throws him out, and the Mariners again frustrated, again leaving 2 more, and they have left 4 men in 2 innings, and after 2 there is still no score.
To you?
Absolutely. That's one of the few states I've never been in. Have you ever been in North Carolina?
Just passing through.
I haven't even passed through it. Here's Ryan Roberts, the second baseman, taking high. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes.
Sounds like you have your winter vacation planned out now. See?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
If I do, it won't be North Carolina. 2-0 to count.
Oh, spring training next year, you can talk to Dustin Ackley about it. See what he thinks of North Carolina.
Well, I'm sure he loves it. Let's hope in spring training next year I can talk to Ackley about it. Pitch is inside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to count on Ryan Roberts. And he lost him on 4 pitches. And back to the top of the order now for Felipe Lopez. Hello there. Let's give you our Aflac trivia question. First organized baseball game was played on this date. How many years ago did the game take place? I'm assuming you're not talking professional baseball. You're talking the first game period. No, not professional baseball. Not professional baseball. Okay. A strike on the outside corner as the game is played under the current set of rules. Well, you know, they started right before, a little bit before the Civil War. The first professional game in the National League was 1876, but it was organized baseball was played before then. I'd say pre-Civil War.
Okay, I'll go with you on that. I would have no idea.
One strike on Felipe, and a line drive to left field is going to drop for a base hit off the bat of Lopez. And Diamondbacks got something going here with runners at first and second and nobody out in the third inning.
You see the tracer there in the 4-pitch walk to Roberts that started this inning. Washburn wasn't happy about it. It looks like a couple of those pitches are in the strike zone.
He said that's not up.
Well, according to the tracer, it wasn't. There were 2 pitches there. One was down and one was up in the strike zone, but they were in the strike zone.
Andy Fletcher is the man calling balls and strikes. And a bunt in the air and back and up against the screen. Guillermo Quiroz designated for assignment to make room for Rob Johnson's return today. One and one. And this time he does get the bunt down nicely. And Washburn fires into the runner. It gets by the first baseman. Coming in to score is Roberts. It's 1-0. And down to second base on the error goes Stephen Drew. And
Washburn screaming at home plate umpire Andy Fletcher that the base runner was not in the baseline. He hit him in the back, it looked like. And Don Wakamatsu shot out of the dugout right away. Let's see if we can tell. He's on the grass, it looks like. Hits him right in the back.
So they're having a discussion out there with Ted Barrett to the right of the mound, and Wakamatsu is talking to the home plate umpire. And I think it's going to stay.
Oh, I don't think he's going to change his mind at this point, so it'll be an error on Washburn.
With the run coming in to score.
Jared's a good athlete, gets off the mound in pretty good shape and fires it to first. Take a look at it, it's going to hit him in the back.
Andy Chavez got called out on exactly the same play a little earlier. But not Stephen Drew.
No.
Still nobody out, and Justin Upton will be the hitter. And a breaking ball, a dandy.
Mariners in the middle of the diamond will play back. So they'll give up a run right here for an out. See Betancourt and Woodward playing back. Jared was agitated with the balls and strikes. Then after that last play, when he goes in and sees the replay, he's really not going to be happy.
And that's just a little bit low.
Another pitch in the strike zone, according to the tracer. So Andy Fletcher looks like he's squeezing Washburn a little bit. A couple pitches there.
Up in a ground ball, two-hopper hit to shortstop will score the run. And it's 2-0. Justin gets the RBI, and down to third goes Stephen Drew. That's a very productive out.
Not only gets the run in, but moves another runner up. Now with just one out, they're in the same situation. Don't necessarily need a base hit to score the run. Mariners will bring their infield up now, trying to cut that run down.
Mark Reynolds, a ground ball to shortstop in the second. Down low. Ball on the strike. The Mariners did make a waiver claim today, and a kid we just saw yesterday claiming infielder Josh Wilson from the San Diego Padres.
Don Wakamatsu, when Jared gets the third out in this inning, better keep an eye on Washburn. He's already barked at Andy Fletcher a couple different times in the inning.
Half 100 already. 50 pitches. Spot for a strikeout right here against a man who strikes out a lot.
As we mentioned earlier in the game, Reynolds has the 18 home runs, but he also has 95 strikeouts so far on the season. Another good pitch by Jared, ties him up. He's basically just trying to fight that pitch off.
Mile-an-hour fastball that was just a little bit out of the strike zone. Too high. Mark Reynolds leading the National League in strikeouts by 10. And he lost him. So now the pitch count beginning to mount up for Jared Washburn. Second walk in the inning. He's given up, and one has to wonder if that back is okay.
I think one of the biggest things with that is a lot of those pitches are up in the zone, so maybe he's not able to finish them the way he would normally work down, and that's basically what we've seen him. The reason why he's been so good this year is a good two-seamer down and away, and he's able to throw his changeup, and right now a lot of the fastballs he's throwing are up in the zone.
This is Gerardo Parra, the center fielder. Wash having trouble throwing strikes now.
Well, 55 pitches, 25 balls, 30 strikes. He's normally much better than that. He'll stay right around that 2-to-1 ratio.
And he's low with that. Outside with that. Ball three. 3 balls in those strikes.
He's thrown some breaking balls to the left-hand hitter. That's been a good pitch for him. Lefties this year hitting just 149 off of Washburn. He's throwing them out there hoping that Parra will be aggressive and roll over on a pitch so he can get a double play. But right now he finds himself behind the count, 3-0.
And he green lights him 3-0. So AJ said, go ahead and take a free cut. And Tony Clark is on deck. And again, a foul back by Parra.
They have Reynolds moving on the pitch, trying to stay out of the double play.
And he is, and the pitch is swung on, ground ball to second, and there's one, and the throw back to first, double play. Great play by Woodward, and a better play by Betancourt. So the double play, and only two come in to score here in the top of the third. 2-0, Arizona. Aflac trivia question, and question was, first organized baseball game played on this date. How many years ago did the game take place? I said before the Civil War. I was correct. It took place 163 years ago, or 14 years before the shot fired at Fort Sumter, South Carolina, before the Civil War. The delivery's down low and inside. Russell Branyan, ball one, 1-0.
Might need to double check those numbers. I think it was 165.
Okay. Breaking ball, low and inside, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Well, Diamondbacks have a big time shift on for Russell Branyan. We've seen the shift before, but typically the shortstop will play more towards the middle, but these guys are swung over pretty good.
Good one. Andy Fletcher walking a baseball out to Garland as a catcher got hit with that previous pitch.
Just giving him a little bit of time to get himself back together.
Strike on the inside corner, 2-2. high foul, mile high, into the upper deck. Way into the upper deck. Nice crowd on hand. 25 to 30,000 fans here tonight. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Jason Vargas against right-hander Billy Buckner. No, not that Billy Buckner. Changed that time.
Pretty good changeup from Garland. Gonna run it away. The home runs by direction for Russell. 8 of them to center field.
Branding a high fly ball popped into shallow left field. Who's going to call for it? So 1 down.
Didn't look like Eric Burns was calling for it at all. So Mark Reynolds, the third baseman, had to go out and make the play.
So give Reynolds the put out, pop to 5. And Beltrame the hitter.
Adrian had a base hit his first time up.
Breaking ball from John. Drummond appears to be mixing up his speeds fairly well. It's not a hard thrower, but keeping the Mariner hitters off balance was off-speed stuff.
He looks like he has a pretty good slider tonight, which is going to be an issue for the Mariner hitters because he has such a good two-seam fastball and can run it on you. If he's able to get his slider in there for some strikes.
His fastball is thrown 92.
Yeah.
Not even close to the plate, though.
Maybe overthrew it a little bit.
And that fastball tapped to the right side. Ryan Roberts throws out Adrian Beltre. Sunday, the Mariners and these Diamondbacks will celebrate the Northwest youth baseball players. All the kids 14 and under taking home a cool cap showcasing Mariners ace Felix Hernandez, courtesy of Fidelity Investments. You can get your tickets at mariners.com. And Felix will be working that game on Sunday for the Mariners, going for his 8th victory of the year against left-hander Doug Davis. That's his Sunday. One and 0 on Sweeney. Both pitchers in. A lot of pitches. And a fly ball to deep right field, and on the run, but over his head is Justin Upton, and that'll be one of the longest singles you'll ever see, as that ball is bounced right off the wall, right back to Upton.
And Upton has a good arm in right field. Take a look at the swing by Sweeney. Solid line drive into right field, and Upton goes back, plays it nicely off the wall, makes a strong throw back into second base where Sweeney has to put on the brakes. End up with a single.
You think Sweeney bought into that little dig there?
No.
I don't either. I don't either. Little mustard on the hot dog there, I think.
I think so.
Franklin Gutierrez, the hitter. 0-1. strikes.
Two-seam fastball starting on the inside corner, and you can see from the tracer running it off the plate in under the hands of Gutierrez. He hasn't been able to lay off of that pitch.
One and two. Hitting home runs is great. I mean, Franklin Gutierrez had a couple of home runs yesterday, but he's not a home run hitter. And sometimes when you have success like that, you think you are, and you lose your stroke and just start over swinging.
Could be the case. He had a couple of long home runs in San Diego.
And he's down on strike. So here in the third inning, nothing doing. A hit and a man left. We go to the fourth inning of play. It's 2-0 Arizona.
AT&T Rapid Rewind. Dave Sim joining in with Mike Flowers. Guys have left a slew of folks on base already.
Well, they have. They put a little pressure on Garland in the first couple of innings, but really the difference is the last inning with Jared Washburn. The one throwing error I thought was a play where he had an argument. He seemed a little bit upset about the strike zone, but anyways, the Mariners right now behind 2-0, but they're going to have to start coming up with some base hits. If they're going to get the guys on, somebody's going to have to come up with a clutch hit for them.
Tony Clark leading off here in the fourth inning, 6, 7, and 8 for Arizona. Big Tony, one of the nicest guys in all of baseball, his second tour of duty with Arizona. Two balls, one strike to Tony Clark. Swing and a miss. The 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jared Washburn, as you know, started this season, winning his first 3 games. Been a while since he recorded a W. Got to go all the way back to April 21. It's fouled away. Tony Clark's going to be followed by Eric Burns, the left fielder, and Miguel Montero, the catcher. Back up the middle. Washburn stops it, gloves it, throws him out. 1 out here in the fourth inning. Arizona gets 2 runs in the 3rd inning, and take a look at this play. Nice defensive play by Jared Washburn.
He catches between his legs. He
Sure
did. Wow. That's a great play. We talked about it earlier. He's a good athlete, and to see this one right between his legs. Wow, good play.
Highlight reel worthy. It's one of those plays you better have quick hands. Eric Burns base hit to right his first time. This Arizona ball club has really turned over a bunch in the last few years. A lot of new faces. Of course, you know about the new manager, A.J. Hinch. Burns, one of the veteran guys on this ball club. But you go through this lineup, you see names that if you're not following the National League on an everyday basis, you're seeing these for the first, second time. 1-1. Fly ball left center field. Andy Chavez calling off Gutierrez. Andy's there, 2 down. Going to bring up Miguel Montero. He's the catcher for the Diamondbacks, who are in last place in the National League West. Big 15 games behind the Dodgers. Montero had a broken bat line drive to Uni that ended the 2nd inning. The Mariners have had their opportunities. They've left 5 men on through the first 3 innings.
It's a pretty nice double play they turned to end the 3rd.
Sure was.
Jared Washburn
Needed it. Runner was going on the count. Woodward was covered, so he was wound up being right behind the bag where that ball was headed, near the bag. 1-1. Driven pretty deep right field. Ichiro taking a look, and that ball is gone. A home run. Home run for Miguel Montero, his 3rd of the year. It hit off the rail. And that's RBI number 10, and Arizona's got a 3-0 lead. Second base umpire Adrian Johnson was out there in pretty good shape.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Take a look at this pitch up again. Jared's fastball up in the middle of the plate, and it hits off the railing and bounces back into the field of play.
2-out home run brings up Ryan Roberts. Popped up to right field. Ichiro is right there. That'll do it. So a solo home run by Montero. Arizona gets another run, and the Diamondbacks have a 3-0 lead. 4-5 road trip that the Mariners had. They come in 2 games under 500. Good crowd here on a Friday night with the roof extended. And Mike, this is getting to be way too much of a theme. Ominous clouds outside the ballpark.
It's just that time of year.
Man, we had it in Baltimore. We had it big time in Colorado. We had the tornado alert on Sunday, and that held up the game for close to an hour. Andy Chavez to lead it off. He takes a strike. Chavez, Woodward, and Johnson here in the 4th inning. Andy tried to bunt his way on, and catcher Montero threw him out.
That was a great play by Montero. Really good bunt by Chavez.
Mariners no runs on 4 hits. They've left 5 men on. Their approach against John Garland with his sinker, slider, and cutter. Alan Cockrell wanted his guys to try to put the ball in the gaps against this guy. Throws that changeup to right-handers. According to AC, with traffic on the bases. Up the middle, finds its way through. Base hit, Andy Chavez. Well, start here for the Mariners in the 4th inning.
Well, Drew, the shortstop, was playing over towards the hole, and Chavez is able to beat this one into the ground or back up the middle. So he just gets it past Garland.
Well, the Mariners have tried to make some things happen back in the 1st inning. They had Ichiro and Beltre on. 1st and 2nd, they pulled off a double steal. 2 outs, Gutierrez struck out. Here's Woodward, got a base hit his first time up. And his Mariner debut, base hit to left.
And one of the things we've seen from Garland, if you can run it all over at first base, he'll throw over a bunch.
Indy's a good one too. 8 out of 9 in base stealing. Called strike. Chris Woodward, a .299 hitter at Tacoma. The thing about it, you bring up a guy like this, he has been through the wars. Blue Jays, Mets, Braves, been around since '99 in the big leagues. Regular shortstop for Toronto from '99-04. Time's called. So hits tonight by Woodward, Chavez, Sweeney, Beltre, and Ichiro. Not a big lead by Indy. Fly ball center field. Hara is right there. One down here in the 4th with the runner on. That home run hit by Miguel Montero. Another $18,000 has been raised to support prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 800-798-CURE or go online at www.pcf.org. Lost a friend of mine today to prostate cancer. A guy named Gary Papa. Matter of fact, his brother Greg does a lot of A's games in Oakland. Gary is a fine sports anchor in Philadelphia. The ABC owned and operated station for the last 28 years. Died earlier today at the age of 54. Rob Johnson, little flare, right field, coming on Upton. He's there. 2 outs.
Thought maybe Rob had a chance on that Upton, had a late break. Brunswell was able to make up the difference, but he didn't read it very well off the bat. Looked like maybe it was a chance that was going to fall in.
That'll bring up Unieski Bedcourt. See if he can get something going here with 2 outs and a runner on. 3-0 Arizona. Diamondbacks 7-9 in the month of June. They won 2 out of 3 at Kansas City. They did it in a big way. Lose the first game 5-0, then win the next 2 games 12-5 and 12-5. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base. Indy Chavez, his 9th of the year.
Pretty good jump by Chavez. We've seen Montero, the 2 throws that he's made down to second base, he's bounced them both. And I think because that ball bounced, take a look at it. Good jump. When he has to come up to make the catch, by the time he tries to get back down and make the tag, Chavez is able to get in there.
So the Mariners tonight in the base running department, 3 for 3 in steals. Ichiro and Beltre double steal in the first, and now Chavez here in the fourth. On 1 to Betancourt. They play him straight away, not too deep. Count evens at 1-1. John Garland, he's looking for his first win in a long time. About 31 days. He's lost his last 5 starts. Last win May 19th. It's at Florida, 5-3 decision. He went 6 innings. And he couldn't hold up.
Yeah, pretty good slider. Garland has a good slider going tonight. He has the ability to throw his 2-seamer in on your hands. You try to cheat to get him off of you so you don't get jammed and end up waving at a couple of sliders.
Garland struck out 2, walked 1 tonight. Chavez the runner at second base with 2 outs. Montero's going to go out there. This is a homecoming of sorts for Lee Tinsley. 6 years, his last 6 years in the Arizona Diamondback organization. He's at third base coaching tonight because Bruce Hines, 102-degree temperature, about 6'10". They sent him home. Tins and to reunite with a lot of fellas that he's with the last 6 years. First base coaching, scouting that organization for a while. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Betancourt. Hitting 6 hits on the trip. 6 for 33, $182. Garland set. Here's a 2-2. Fly ball right field. Upton, no problem. He's there. And that'll do it for the Mariners here in the fourth. 5th inning coming up. Arizona holding a 3-0 lead. And who's our winner? Let's take a look. And they are right below us. Lindsay. And let's see what she says. My D-backs Little League team. Marysville finished third. Tyler's the kid, the youngster to your left in the red cap. Way to go.
Third place isn't bad.
Hey.
Finished third.
Darn right. Earned him a nice big plate. Fries here at the ballpark. And the only reason, again, he's wearing the Diamondback cap because that was his team in Little. He's a Mariner fan at heart through and through. Felipe Lopez 0-2. Leading off top of the order here for Arizona.
Did you have the same type of thing when you were in Little League? Did they have the major league clubs?
Back in the olden days, they weren't licensing that kind of stuff. There's a fly ball left field. Indy coming on hard, coming on Uni, going back. Look out! Catch is made, and Indy Chavez is hurt. Oh boy, you can see that one coming.
It was a ball that was just hitting no man's land, and every now and then you end up with a play like that. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Looks like he's in a lot of pain. I can't tell if it's an ankle or a knee.
No dying there.
Great catch by Betancourt.
John Wakamatsu with his back to you. Great effort by both young men, and you do absolutely positively hate to see that. There's the right knee being tended to. Not what you want to see. Brandon Marler's Mike Carp. Rick Griffin coming out, the head trainer, and head orthopedist coming out.
Take another look at it.
Knee to knee.
It looked like his knee hit him right on the shin. Man, really flipped him up. Take another look at it. Wow.
Somebody's got to go yo tango.
Oh,
that is a heck of a play by Uni to reach out with to make that catch. And Indy's coming on hard.
You see him call it right at the last second.
Yep.
Too late at that point. Betancourt is committed to make the play.
Sure.
Again, it's just one of those plays where you just end up in no man's land.
Take a timeout. Come back to Safeco Field where the Diamondbacks have a 3-0 lead in this first of 3 here in Seattle right after this. And hopefully he's not going to be long gone. Rick Griffin there attending. Here's what happened. This was a 1-2 pitch to Felipe Lopez. But let's review how we got to this point. Watch this play right here. Washburn, nice play. Runner at the baseline. He gets hit. It's Drew. Run scores. So they get credited for sacrificing an E1. Home plate umpire Andy Fletcher. He and Washburn having some words. And then Wakamatsu comes out. Keeps his starter away. Jarrett a little bit heated up. And then here's Montero, Miguel Montero, in a 1-0 pitch, 2 outs, 4th inning. And that's a home run, his 3rd of the year, his 10th RBI, and it's 3-0 Arizona. The D-backs on top right now, and Andy Chavez being carted out. Mike, you've been there before. When you were at third base, you go back and there's some plays. He and Uni ran in. Ballantines going to take his place, but
the hardest part about it, Dave, is as an infielder, you're running back, and you have to almost look up over your shoulder, to try to find the ball. So you have no idea where the outfielder is at. And as an outfielder, you don't want to call the play early because you're not sure you're going to get there. And sometimes you just end up with that tweener play where it's just right in the middle. And you saw Chavez, he called it, but by the time he called it, Betancourt was already full speed reaching out to make the catch. And just one of those things that happens. You just have to hope that he's going to be okay.
Vladimir Ballantine takes over in left field. Andy Chavez, his night is done. Stephen Drew, the hitter, was one that laid down that sacrifice that you saw in the game summer. And reached second. Took second on the throwing arm. .2-0 pitch. This. Yeah, you want to hear, going back, I'm sure even in the highest levels of Major League Baseball, you practice that type of thing in spring training where communicate.
Well, you do, but again, sometimes, the infielder's not going to call. He's not going to say anything.
He's waiting for the outfielder.
He has to be able, he's just going to go try to make the play and listen for the outfielder. Because if you're both screaming, you may not hear each other. So his job isn't to call it. It's the outfielder's job to call him off. And again, I don't think Chavez was sure he was going to get there, so he waited to call it late. So he didn't. So Betancourt, who had a play, you don't run him off, and the ball just drops on the grass.
Strike 3 call. Drew is gone. No strikeout for Jared Washburn. Yeah, Uni doesn't hear anything, so hey, man, I can get it. Go get it.
That's what your job is. Your job is to go make the play until the outfielder calls you off. The minute you hear something, it's your job to get out of the way. But in that play, I don't think there was anything that Betancourt could do. It was just, by the time Chavez called it, Betancourt had already committed himself to making the catch. It's just one of those plays. It's ugly. It doesn't look good, but sometimes you have those.
Justin Upton's the hitter. Good player. And boy, when you read some of the things this young man has done entering the 09 season, his on base and slugging percentage .816. Swing and a miss. He joins a group that includes 9 Hall of Famers: Mel Ott, Ted Williams, Al Kaline, Jimmy Fox, Frank Robinson, Mickey Mantle, Orlando Cepeda, Ty Cobb, Willie Mays, along with Alex Rodriguez and Ken Griffey Jr. to have an .815 OPS or better by the age of 20. Brother BJ with Tampa Bay.
He looks like he's quite a bit bigger than BJ.
Oh, a lot bigger. They're both really good players. Justin, 6'2", 205. Swing and a miss. Tell you what, BJ's about 6'5", 11, about $190, but ripped, just like his brother was. BJ is the older of the two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bouncing ball, good hop to Beltre. And the Diamondbacks are gone here in the top of the 5th. 3-0. Mariners in a hole. Top of the order coming up. Mike Flowers with you. Let's take a look at our Cabot Woodstain's legendary performance. And I'm telling you, this is big time. When you talk about legendary performance, Quest High Speed pitch report, you saw that. We'll get to that Cabot Wood thing a little bit later, but it's a good one too. It'll be Ichiro, Brandon, and Beltre. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Ichiro 1 for 2. He's got a base hit and a stolen base. Here's the Cabot Woodstain. How about this? Johnny Vandermeer's bid for 3 consecutive no-hitters ends in the 4th inning on this date in 1938. Johnny Vandermeer with the Reds and playing against the Braves. Debs Garms singled with 2 outs in the 4th. And that ended Vandermeer's streak of 21 2/3 innings without allowing a hit. That's extraordinary. It's one of those records you got to beat it with 3 consecutive no-hitters. That ain't happening.
I don't think it's very likely.
Not gonna happen. And DiMaggio's record's tough enough at 56 consecutive games with a base hit.
Think of it this way: with all the pitchers that have pitched at the major league level, how many of them ever had 3 no-hitters? Period.
Thank you. It's a very short list. You know, Mr. Koufax and Mr. Ryan are that come to mind immediately. 1-2 to Ichiro, up high. 2-2. It's not like the Mariners aren't familiar with John Garland. This is the 12th start against him. Garland's 8-3 against the Mariners, a 3.63 ERA, and here at Safeco he's 1-2. One hop, staying with it. The second baseman Roberts throws out Ichiro. We look at tomorrow's game 2. Brought to you by Comcast. Jason Vargas has done some good baseball this year, going against Billy Buckner. Come your way tomorrow. It's 7:10 start time. Jason Vargas during interleague play swung the bat pretty well on the DH at Long Beach State. Towering fly ball. Center field for Parra off the bat of Brandon, 2 outs. Well, if anybody we've seen in the American League, he without a doubt hits the highest fly balls in the league. I mean, I can't think of anybody close.
The thing that's tough with Russell is when he hits those, you're not sure if he's going to hit it out of the ballpark or not. Some of those towering fly balls you're talking about actually leave the yard. And most of the time when you see a hitter hit a ball high, they have no chance. But he gets tremendous carry on everything. That one right there looked like it was going to hit the roof.
7 seconds hang time. I know a whole bunch of punters in the National Football League would kill for that number. 7 seconds hang time on a fly ball to center field. Boy, that's some elevation. Beltre is 1 for 2 with a stolen base. Single in the first, grounded out in the third. Took a lot off of that, did Garland. Bare hand, step, throw, got him. Nice play. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the 5th. Fine play by John Garland. And we're complete through 5. It's 3-0 Arizona.
premier entertainment and dining destination.
Thank goodness for the roof here at Safeco Field. It's 3-0 Arizona top the 6th. This is the first of 3 here against the Diamondbacks. Interleague play continues. Padres will be in on Tuesday. There's a high fly ball deep left field. Going back is Ballantine into the corner, and he makes the catch. Right off the bat of Mark Reynolds. Reynolds, the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks. He's their home run and RBI leader. 1 down. Just joining us, Endy Chavez started in left field. Was injured in a collision last inning with Yuniesky Betancourt, and Ballantine is in there in his stead. Here's Gerardo Parra, center fielder for Arizona. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Jared Washburn. He's ahead 0-2.
It looked like Jared was going to have a tough time getting through 5 today. His pitch count was getting up there in a hurry, but the last couple innings have gone nicely for him. He's just at 90 pitches now.
Pitch misses away. 1-2.
Miguel Batista up in the pen for the Mariners.
Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. For Washburn, his second strikeout. 2 outs here in the 6th. Let's take a look at our Quest high-speed pitch. John Garland at 92, matched by Washburn's 92. Quick 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Here's Tony Clark. Miguel Batista, hard luck loser yesterday in San Diego. Getting ready. For the most part, he's had a very nice year. Off the end of the bat, Tony Clark. Interesting reading about Tony, one of the real good guys. 249 home runs as a switch hitter. Tied for 11th in Major League history. Greg Norton's the all-time leader. Switch hitter with pinch hit home runs with 13. And Tony Clark is second with 11. Tony Clark swinging through, and Washburn now is retired 7 in a row. They need some help. We've said that before. 3-0 Arizona. Here at Safeco Field, first of 3, and Major League Baseball has a all-star summer program dedicated to charitable initiatives and recognition of the important role of community service. It's MLB All-Stars Among Us. And here are the nominees from here in the Pacific Northwest. And joining us right now, Lara Davis. She's an arts instructor, and she has dedicated herself to bringing arts to the lives. Congratulations on being nominated.
Congratulations.
It's a wonderful, wonderful honor, and we need more folks coming through the way you all have. And here's Sweeney swinging at a pitch and skying this one to center field. And getting under it is Parra, one down here in the 6th inning. And Lara and the other candidates are vying to be selected to go to the All-Star game, which will be in St. Louis in a few weeks. So congratulations on work well done. You're very welcome. Log on to spots at the foxsports.com and vote for our Seattle Mariners nominees for the People Magazine MLB All-Stars Among Us Award. Here's Gutierrez looking at a strike. Franklin struck out twice, left a couple of men on in the first. 2 monster home runs yesterday. One to right center field that went 400 feet plus. Batting practice today. I said, Franklin, I didn't know you had that kind of pop to right field. He said, neither did I.
Like the honesty. I'll tell you, the one he hit the left center, I still can't believe how far he hit that ball. That was in the back of the bullpen. The San Diego Padres. That's a long ways.
So he was sitting on slider the entire at bat for that first home run that he hit the left field. The one he hit the right was middle, touch outside fastball, and he just went with it. He got a lot of mileage out of those 2 home runs. 3 home runs at San Diego. A classic pitcher's park. He had home runs just being back-to-back at bats in the 4th and 6th innings. And then on Wednesday, make that the day before, Tuesday, finds a hole, base hit. So on a 3-1 count, Gutierrez is aboard. Blew that one right by the third baseman, Mark Reynolds.
Haven't seen many of the Mariner hitters able to get into a hitter's count. This is one of them, a 3-1 pitch. Garland leaves that one up in the zone. That's what we were talking about early in the game with Garland. If you can get him up, you have a better chance. Nice try by Reynolds, the third baseman.
One out base runner for the Mariners here in the 6th. Here's Ballantine making his first plate appearance. He came on to replace Indy Chavez in the 5th inning after Indy collided with Yuniesky Betancourt. Uni made the catch on Felipe Lopez. Indy left with a knee, with some kind of leg injury. We'll try to get you those details as we move along. Fouled off, strike 1. Ballantine 216 on the season, 1 home run, 6 runs batted in. John Garland tonight struck out 2, walked 1. He's given up 6 hits. Ballantine last year in 71 games with the big club hit .202. 7 home runs and 24 runs batted in. They're hoping that he can be a power guy at this level because he's done it everywhere else he's been. Called strike 2. Ballantine's only homer April 25th at the Angels. 270 minor league hitter. 32 home runs and 465 runs batted in. Two. Just joining us, here's what happened. Andy Chavez. Lopez was leading off in the 5th. Fly ball. Straightaway left field. A little shallow. And that is some collision. Uni held on. Andy took the brunt of it. Carted Andy Chavez off. And again, we hope to have a medical report as we move along here in the ballgame. 0-2 now to Ballantine. Diamondbacks shading Ballantine a couple of steps towards right center. Gerardo Parra, center fielder, and they leave a big gap in left center. Gutierrez is back. He's 3 for 6 on the season.
Garland, we talked about it. He'll throw over a bunch of the Mariners with 3 stolen bases in the game already.
Keeps the at bat alive. Garland summons his catcher Montero to have the conversation. Sweeney flied out to center. Base hit. Gutierrez to left. Ballantine's to hitter. Woodward's on deck. Take a look at some of the AL West participants, what they're doing tonight. Dodgers lead the Angels. Athletics tied with the Padres in the 5th. And the Rangers trail the Giants 3-2. Garland against Ballantine. The 0-2 pitch. And misses 1-2. Mariners left 2 men on in the first, 2 in the second. 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. For Garland, this will be pitch number 90. Looper just over the head of the second baseman Roberts on that broken bat. They throw quickly to second. Nice play by Upton. And Gutierrez gets in there safely. First and second with 1 out.
Ballantine hits this off the end of the bat, and Gutierrez not sure if he's going to catch it. Nice play by Upton to try to get it in a hurry. Gutierrez had to hold his ground. Take a look at it. Roberts makes a pretty good leap at it. He thought maybe he was going to catch it and had to hustle into second base.
There's a chance now for Chris Woodward. Two on, 1 out. Great opportunity here for the Mariners. Swing and a miss by Woodward.
Woodward with a base hit. Hit the ball hard to center field his last time up.
Woodward's last big year with the bat, 283 back in 2005. He played 81 games for the Mets. Bouncing ball right back to the pitcher, to the shortstop. Drew for 1 over to Clark. Double play, inning over. So they go 1-6-3. Mariners have gone in the 6th. It's 3-0 Arizona. The Mariners host the Rangers. First 20,000 fans pick up the first of 2 classic Mariners TV commercial DVDs presented by FSN. This one-of-a-kind DVD consists of commercials produced from 1994 to 2002 and features some of the best of Edgar J. Jr. and more. Don't miss out because these DVDs won't be sold in stores. For tickets, visit mariners.com/DVD. Bottom third of the order here for Arizona in the 7th. Eric Burns, Miguel Montero, and Ryan Roberts. Brandon, good quickness to get over there. 1 out. So Washburn, this will be number 99. Pitch number 99 coming up.
One of the things we were talking about early in the game with Washburn coming off the back stiffness that he had, the problem he had with that is the bullpen has been pitching quite a bit, and I'm sure that Wakamatsu wasn't sure what he was going to get, but knowing Jared, if he could get 7 innings out of him, he would have been thrilled. So here he is pitching in the 7th.
8 in a row retired by Washburn. It is remarkable how he performed throwing out his back on the first pitch of his previous start. Still go reasonably deep into the game. Another pop-up. Here comes Ballantine. Here comes Gutierrez. Ballantine, he'll take it. 2 outs. Well, he's on a good roll here. Talking about Washburn. Giving up 3 hits.
Well, I think he was at 55, 56 pitches at the end of the 3rd inning. And he's still out there now here in the 7th.
9 in a row that he's retired. He had 60 pitches through 3. Face Ryan Roberts, second baseman. Roberts certainly qualifies for the all-tattoo team, that is for sure. One and 1 to Roberts. Got the artwork up on the left side of his neck. Swinging the bat really well since May 20th. Roberts with a walk scored the first run of the game. Flied out to right field. 1-2. That gets away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nine straight hitters retired by Jared Washburn. Coming up tomorrow, we showed you Jason Vargas against Billy Buckner, Felix Hernandez Sunday against left-hander Doug Davis. Felix has really been looking good at 7-3 with a 2.77 ERA. That is playable. High pop-up. Brandon Johnson. Johnson makes the catch. They kept looking at each other. That's 10 in a row retired by Jared Washburn. To the home 7th. It's 3-0 Arizona. Council, reminding you that if you work safe, you're home safe. Good words. Glad you're with us here at Safeco Field, 3-0 Arizona. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers and the FSN crew glad to be back home in Seattle. Interleague play continuing with the Diamondbacks here in town. John Garland on the mound for Zona. Arizona, he's lost 5 consecutive games, but he's in charge right now. Giving up 7 hits. Struck out 2, walked 1. Strike 1 to Rob Johnson leading off the home 7th. He'll be followed by Betancourt and Ichiro. The Mariners keep mounting threats. Can't get anything through.
0 for 6 with men in scoring position tonight.
Last inning, a double play. A nice one started by John Garland, a 1-6-3. Fly ball right side. Long run for the second baseman Roberts. Up to no. The right fielder takes charge. 1 out. Johnson 0 for 2 with a walk. Hey friends, do not miss a special Father's Day edition of Mariners All Access this Sunday on FSN. The dads on the ball club going to speak on their joys of fatherhood. Plus, we're also going to get some outfield tricks of the trade from Franklin Gutierrez. Mariners All Access Sunday at 4:30 on FSN and FSN HD. Mike Sweeney had a great Father's Day a couple of days ago. Had one of his kids out in left field in San Diego, and they were about 20 feet, 30 feet from the fence, and Mike was pitching to his young son, and the young man, a left-handed hitter, was trying to hit the ball over the fence. I thought that was so cool. And Garrett Olson was taking pictures to document the event. I think he got a few over the fence. It was a Norman Rockwell moment if you ever saw him.
Thought it was funny to watch him switch around and swing from the right side every now and then.
Yeah. That was great. Mike, he's a Southern California guy, so he was not far at home. Got to sleep in his own bed during that series. 1-1 as Betancourt fouls one off. Ball and 2 strikes. Well, we get some action down in the pen for the Diamondbacks. You got John Rouse, the big guy, number 57, and Scott Schoenweiss, the veteran left-hander. To the right side, going back, Tony Clark. Oh, that didn't feel good. Ooh, Tony just celebrated his 37th birthday 4 days ago.
15 seasons in the big leagues and still trying to take on the tarp. Take a look at it. Big man Tony Clark slams into that pretty good.
Got a great baritone voice. I could see him in broadcasting if he would so choose when he's done. Just one hop to Drew. Betancourt's gone. 2 outs here in the Mariners 7th. Garland has really found a groove here tonight.
Yes, he has. Here in the 7th inning, his next pitch will be 100 for him.
John Garland lost 5 consecutive games at Oakland, Atlanta, at the Dodgers, at the Padres, and to Houston. Last win the 19th of May at Florida. He went 6 innings and a 5-3 victory. Strike 1 to Ichiro. He's 1 for 3. He's bounced out twice to the second baseman, Ryan Roberts. Again, Garland 1-2 here at Safeco Field. 4.63 ERA. Of course, he spent a lot of years with the White Sox and most recently with the Angels. An all-star back in 05. The White Sox won the World Series, and he throws a 1-2-3 7th. Strikes out Ichiro, his 3rd K of the night. He's got a 3-0 shutout through 7. home the grand prize. Congratulations to Katie Livingston of Wenatchee, Washington. She won great seats in the commissioner's box for tonight's game, and earlier today was hand-delivered her own autographed Brendan Morrow bobblehead to take home. Congratulations, Katie. Jared Washburn is done for the evening. 7 innings of 3-hit ball, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 106 pitches, 65 for strikes. Taking over the mound duties here in the 8th inning, the Miguel Batista, losing pitcher in yesterday's contest. 2/3 of an inning, a run, it was earned, 2 hits. And on the ground right to Betancourt, room service ground ball, 1 out. Right off the bat of Felipe Lopez. On down here in the 8th. Washburn retired the last 10 men that he faced. Like the hard luck story for that guy just continues. It's
yes,
unbelievable. I mean, it is just, man.
2 earned runs, 7 innings pitched.
Stephen Drew's the hitter, shortstop for the D-backs. 0 for 2 of the sacrifice. During your time, did you ever, every staff or every now and then gets a guy like that?
It almost seems like every year there's the one guy,
right?
You know, that's just the way it works. But for Jared, it's been a while now for him. I don't know how many years it is, but he's usually right there amongst the league as far as run support goes, the lack thereof. So eventually it has to get to you, I would think. But he's a professional. He goes out there, and again tonight battled his way through this thing, coming off that back injury that he had, and did a really nice job.
Popped up, backing up is Beltre. Beltre calls him off. And you don't argue with Adrian Beltre. 2 outs. One of the great leaders in baseball. The Mariners meet the Orioles on Monday, July 6th. It's also a salute to Japanese baseball nights presented by MasterCard. Mariners are going to honor the contributions of the many Japanese players made to the game of baseball. Plus, the first 15,000 fans pick up a limited edition Mariners baseball cap. Purchase your tickets at mariners.com. Here's Justin Upton. Give you an idea of the kind of year he's having. 6th in slugging, tied for 2nd triples, 8th in road batting average, and 8th batting against left-handed pitchers. That applied against Washburn, who put an 0 for 3 on. Two outs in the 8th. Diamondbacks playing without the fine center fielder Chris Young, pulled a hammy yesterday. 4 for 4, a couple of doubles and a triple. A.J. Hinch, the manager for Arizona, said he may be back tomorrow. At worst, he'll be back on Sunday. Two and two. Johnny Clark said that Upton and Young have a chance to win a whole bunch of Gold Gloves. Really good coverage in that Arizona outfield. Down low, Batista thought he had him. Full count.
Looked like a pretty good pitch just off the plate.
Batista trying to get boys back to the plate here. Ground ball through the hole, base hit. So Upton with a base hit. Unlike the Diamondbacks are ripping the cover off the ball. The Home Depot doing more on defense. Someone look a look at some of the work of Jared Washburn. And that was a nifty double play. That was in the 3rd. That ended that inning. And Washburn recording one of his 3 strikeouts against Tony Clark. That was in the 6th inning. Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Fly ball right field, right at Ichiro. Drives him back close to the track. He makes the catch. That off the bat of Mark Reynolds. Well, speaking of offense, big boys coming up. Branyan, Beltre, Sweeney. Mariners down 3-0. Here at Safeco Field, 3-0 Arizona. And the Diamondbacks go to their bullpen. They bring on the veteran Scott Schoenweis. John Garland, outstanding, 7 innings. Shutout ball, 7 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Well, the Mariners just could not get to that guy.
Oh, they're going to have to make something happen with 2 innings left in this game. Maybe they'll have better luck against the bullpen. Garland was really good tonight. I thought he had a really nice slider, which makes his two-seam fastball even better. And as long as he can keep the ball on the ground, he's going to do well, and he did tonight.
Schoenweis, late of the New York Mets. They got him out of New York after the 08 season because he was one of the part of the relief corps that led to a second consecutive collapse as the Mets went after the National League East pennant. Schoenweis shipped off to Arizona. Been around. Came up with the Angels in '99. Was part of their '02 championship team with Jared Washburn. He went 9-8 that year, starting 15 games. There's Russell Branyan leading it off for the Mariners. Schoenweis last year with the Mets, 2-6 at 3.34 ERA. Let's look what Branyan's done tonight. Schoenweis, a veteran, 36 years old, 35 years old, be 36 in October.
He's probably in the game just to pitch to Branyan, because after that you have all right-handed hitters.
(2-0) to Big Russ. Big swing and a miss. Branyan 0 for 8 against Scott Schoenweis. Got a piece of that, 2-2. Branyan, Beltre, and Sweeney here in the home 8th. Mariners left 6 men on through the first 4 innings. Since then, they've left just 1 on. They've out-hit the D-backs 7-4, but Arizona's got a 3-0 lead. There's one. Deep drive, right field. Russell Branyan has left the yard. Branyan's 16th home run. His 31st RBI, and the Mariners are on the board. It's 3-1 Arizona. He's had some shots this year. As soon as he touches them up, there's no question about it.
Well, we talked about it. Get Garland out of the game, and maybe you get something going. Take a look at this last pitch. Looked like a little breaking ball from Schoenweiss. Left it up, and Branyan absolutely covered it up. Hit a bullet into the seats in right field.
So A.J. Hinch coming out to get Schoenweiss. That was going to be Schoenweiss's only hitter. And on the 2-2 pitch, he gives it up big time. 3-1. It's going to open the door to Ramon Pena. 3-1 Arizona. We'll be right back. More than ever, and by Les Schwab, celebrating over 50 years of pride in performance. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers here at Safeco Field. Mariners just got on the board. So Branyan's 16th home run, that coming off of Scott Schoenweiss. New pitchers Ramon Pena. Beltre at the dish. Strike one. Adrian tonight with a base hit. Stolen base back in the first inning. Bounced out to second and bounced out to the pitcher. Way outside. He hacked at it 0-2. There's numbers on Pena. His 31st game. Line drive, base hit, left field. Adrian Beltre digging hard out of the box. Takes a turn. Slams on the brakes. And the tying run's going to come to the plate here in the person of Mike Sweeney. That home run by Russell Brandon. Another $18,000 has been raised to support prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 800-798-CURE. Go online at www.pcf.org. Mike Sweeney tonight, lined out to the second baseman, single to right, and flied out to center. Strike one.
See that Pena has a good arm, 97 miles an hour on that last fastball. The one slider that he threw to Beltre was at 88. Guys are going to have to turn it up a notch. Garland, more of a sinker style guy, 90-91. Different look for Mariner hitters.
Tell you what, body wise, as you look out there, Pena reminds me of Frank Francisco of the Rangers.
Yeah,
big guy.
Yeah.
swing and a miss. 0-2.
I think Payton throws harder than Francisco.
And that's saying something too. I believe Francisco's still on the DL for the Rangers. Two to Sweeney. A run in on the Branyan home run. Beltre's at first. Swing and a miss, and Sweeney's gone. Coming up tomorrow, Comcast pitching matchup. It'll be Jason Vargas against Billy Buckner. And our Sleep Country USA Mariners calendar shows you that there's a day off on Monday. Padres come in for 3. Then on the road at the Dodgers, at the Yankees, at the Red Sox. That is a triple play right there. Here's Gutierrez. Base hit the left his last time. It gets by. That's a wild pitch. Beltre to second easily. And the ball goes through the fence. Beltre at second base, 1-0 to Gutierrez. And Ken Griffey Jr.'s on deck. Griffey, last 5 games in left field, gets a blow tonight. Now they're going to ask him to pinch hit. Down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Pena coming in. Gives up a single. Wild pitch. Strikes out Sweeney. And Montero going out to talk to him.
Mariners also have Mike Carpenter, who's just called up on the bench. They can use him to pinch hit also if they need him at some point.
And don't forget too, he's a first baseman by trade, but played a reasonable amount of action in left field.
Yeah, I mean,
Tacoma.
You hate to use 2 players on one move, but if they need to, he has hits for somebody. Cedeno can certainly pick up whoever that's going to be. He can play the outfield and the infield.
Taken all the way, 2-1. David Ardsley up and warming. He has been outstanding as the Mariners closer. Center field. Howard going back. Shy of the track, makes the catch. Beltre tags, gets the third easily. 2 outs. And listen to the ovation for Ken Griffey Jr. coming up. The junior. Big ovation, as you would expect here at Safeco Field. Continuing tribute to the greatest player in Mariner history. He's back in town here for the 09 campaign. He's 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter this year. He represents the tying run.
The junior could find a way to get on base. Mike Carp has come out on deck. Looks like he'll hit for Woodward.
He's swinging the bat a little bit better the last few days.
A few doubles down in San Diego.
And a double to the right center field gap yesterday and a single. He went 2 for 5. And on Wednesday, he went left center field gap. See if he can turn something around here on Pena. First pitch to center field and deep. Long run by Para. It's gone! Home run, Ken Griffey Jr. We got a tie ball game at 3-3. Alan Garfield Cockrell said the last couple 3-4 days he could feel Griffey coming on, and kaboom!
Well, Ken Griffey Jr. gets a fastball out over the plate. We talked about Pena 97 miles an hour, and Jr. turns it around into the gap. Probably at a part in this ballpark that plays the deepest, and this ball gets out in a hurry.
Tie ball game, curtain call, yes sir. Ken Griffey Jr. taking one here at Safeco. 27,319, a brand new ball game here in the 8th. Sixth career pinch hit home run for Jr. He got 425 feet up. There's a base hit in the hole. Base hit in the hole for Woodward. The lead runs at first. Well, the Mariners mounting a charge here in the 8th inning. That's the 4th hit in the inning. A home run and a single, a home run and a single. Two outs, 2 runs in, a runner at first. Here's Rob Johnson, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Swing and a miss.
Well, the Mariners for 7 innings couldn't get anything really going, come up with any big hits against Garland, and now the bullpen comes in and they slap 3 runs on him in a hurry.
In a terrific 8th inning. Woodward, pretty good wheels at first base. 0-1 to Rob Johnson. Runner goes. No throw, stolen base, Woody. Well, Woodward's first Mariners stolen base. 4th stolen base tonight. Ichiro, Beltre, Chavez, and Woodward.
He had a huge jump. No chance for Montero, the catcher, to even get a throw off. Stole that easily.
So 1-1 to Rob Johnson. Base hit can give the Mariners the lead. Line drive, base hit down the left field line. Mariners take the lead. Rob Johnson coming up big. He's got a 2-base hit. He'll take a look and go to third. Here's the play at third base. He's safe. What an inning for the Mariners here in the 8th inning. They take a 4-3 lead.
Looked like Rob Johnson ended up getting a hanging slider this time from Pena. Take a look at the swing. Just tomahawks this ball. You can see him pull his hands inside. It's a hanging slider. Stays in and rips it down into the corner right after the stolen base by Woodward.
4-3 Mariners. Uni with a chance to get an add-on. Swing and a miss. 3 consecutive base hits. Home run, single, double. Rob Johnson picks up his 10th RBI. Make that a triple. So a 3-base hit. Off-speed pitch to Uni, 0-2. A.J. Hinch and company stunned on the third base dugout. They had a 3-0 lead. Garland had thrown a gem. The bullpen gives it up big time. Swing and a miss, and Uni's gone. So are the Mariners, but what an inning. Home runs by Branyan. Griffey ties it. And then the lead RBI scoring in a triple by Rob Johnson. To the 9th we go. They bring on the DA. It's 4-3 Mariners. By Money Tree. At Money Tree, providing immediate cash for your business is our business. Apply for a business loan at moneytreeinc.com. By Whitmer, Ordinary Brothers Extraordinary Beer. And by Lithia, a better card buying experience starts at lithia.com. Talk about some fireworks. 8th inning, the Mariners push across. 4 runs on 5 hits, couple of home runs. Ken Griffey Jr. ties it. And then Rob Johnson gives the Mariners the lead with an RBI triple. Taking over in left field is Ronnie Cedeno. And the Mariners bring in their closer to DA, David Artsman. As the Mariners in the 8th inning sent 8 men to the plate, 4 runs on 5 hits. What an inning. For Artsman, outstanding campaign. 12 out of 13, a 1.72 ERA, and opponents hitting a .167. He'll be going against 5, 6, and 7 in the Arizona lineup. Gerardo Parra, Tony Clark, and Eric Burns in this 1-run game. Boy, how great do you feel for Rob Johnson coming up with that lead RBI, coming back from being away at the funeral of his mother-in-law, and he comes up in a huge spot and delivers for the Mariners. Great job. Rob Johnson, big moment for him, one of his biggest as a Mariner. Artsman pumping in some gas, 1 and 2.
I'll tell you who else I feel good for is Jared Washburn, the job that he did today. No longer on the hook for the loss. He won't get a decision in the ball game.
He won't get the L. That's exactly right. He pitched an outstanding ball game. 7 innings of 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 106 pitches. 2 and 2 to Parra leading off here for the Diamondbacks. Strike 3 called, 1 down. Let's take a look at the Firestone leaderboard. Most 1-run wins this year. You got it, the Seattle Mariners with 16 thus far, 2 outs away from number 17. We'll break the tie with the Dodgers, Padres, Texas, the Angels, and the Atlanta Braves. There's Tony Clark, 0 for 2 with a walk. Strike 1 as it's fouled off. David Artsman, the Nissan shift to the bullpen. First time he's facing off against Tony Clark. One, 2, couldn't catch up. Tony Clark, the veteran, been through this before. Artsman picked up the save on Wednesday at San Diego, a 4-3 decision. Scoreless 1 inning. Misses away, 1 and 2.
A lot of the success for Artsman this year has been his ability to hit the outside corner. It's easy to see that he has a great arm. He's 95 to 97 miles an hour, but he can do that.
3 called again. Tony Clark is gone. 2 outs here in the 9th.
Take a look at it. It's another fastball right on the outside corner.
He has just been terrific.
A guy with a power arm and the type of command that he has been great this year.
Tony Clark did not have to hear Andy Fletcher punch him out. He knew it.
He knew it right away as a hitter. You know you can't do anything with it either. Just hope for the best.
Artsman with 38 strikeouts in 32 innings, fouled back. He is just dealing. 0-1 to Eric Burns. That has been the mantra of this bullpen. We're going to bring it and bring it strong. He went after a high heat and barely got a piece of that. Artsman's got him in an 0-2 hole, 1-run lead, 2 outs. Top of the ninth.
High heat is correct. That last pitch was about neck high to Burns.
So the crowd on its feet. Burns steps in, 27,319. The 0-2 to Burns. Line drive, base hit. So the D-backs aren't going to go away easily. 2 outs, a runner on. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Miguel Montero. And all he did back in the 4th inning was hit a home run to right field. He's 1 for 3, lined out to Ewing. A broken bat line out to the shortstop. A home run to deep right center field and a fly out to left.
Ardsman will have to pay some attention to Eric Burns over at first base.
Swing and a miss at 95 miles an hour. Aaron is putting up 4 runs on 5 hits. In fact, the 2-run homer and the RBI triple by Johnson come with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 0-1. Gets away from Rob Johnson. Burns will get second easily on the wild pitch. Tying run now at second base.
Take a look at the last pitch. Hits right out by the plate. Rob Johnson can't keep it in front of him. Outfield will play him straight away. Same on the infield.
1-1 now to Montero. In there for a called strike. 1-2. He did not like it. Ardsman got Carroll looking. He got Clark looking. Burns single to left. Now 1-2 to Miguel Montero. Ardsman taking a deep breath. Checks second base. Here comes the 1-2 to Montero. Missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thought he had him, and so did the Mariner fans here at Safeco Field. Two and 2. Here we go. The pitch from Ardsman. Strike 3. He got him. Mariners win it 4-3. What a comeback tonight here at Safeco Field. Mariners win it to go 33-34. They're a game under 500. What heroic